Yes folks, this is the magnificent Watlington Hill here on the South Chiltern Trail in the county of Oxfordshire. Chiltern Hills certainly are a beautiful chain of hills, and we're here right down in the South Chilterns themselves, and out over there folks, the magnificent Vale of Oxford. Come on, let's have a wander around the magnificent Watlington Hill. Oh yes, the magnificent Vale of Oxford. We're looking northwest now, out towards the town of Tame and Chinner, and looking more or less round to the north. In the distance one can actually see the Vale of Aylesbury in Buckinghamshire, and there the magnificent Perton Hill and Perton Woods, and in the distance, maybe about a mile away, Sharborne Hill and Sharborne Woods. Yes folks, the view southeast from Watlington Hill down towards Deanswood, a classic Chiltern beechwood, and over there folks towards Britwell and Britwell Hill. And here folks, the magnificent Watlington Hill Yew Wood. Come on, let's have a wander inside this magnificent woodland. Yes, the magnificent Watlington Hill Yew Wood. The yew tree, Taxus spicata, sacred to both the Celt and the Saxon. Watlington Hill Yew Wood is one of the finest examples of a yew wood found anywhere. It's a magnificent and ancient stretch of woodland, south-facing stretch of woodland here on Watlington Hill. You can see here folks, there are a few trees that have fallen victims to the storms over the last century or so. The thing with the yew tree, it is shallow rooting, and here on the chalky alkaline soils which it thrives, there's not always a lot of stability. Therefore, from time to time, it is prone to the storms. But the yew tree can certainly live for a long time, potentially up to 1,000 years or more. Yes, the beautiful and ancient Watlington Hill Yew Wood. This was growing when the Romans came to England, when the Normans came, and it was growing here right at the height of the English Civil War. Indeed, royalist soldiers took refuge in here during the winter of 1643. We're about to wander out on the northern side of this magnificent woodland, up onto a high point on Watlington Hill. Well, we've wandered pretty well out of the woodland now, and here you can see this is at a high point on the hill itself. Here are the contagious. The hawthorn grows so well, loves the chalky alkaline soils found here as well. Well, we're wandering around now onto the west-facing slope of the magnificent Watlington Hill and looking out across the beautiful Vale of Oxford. And looking down here onto the nearby village or town of Watlington. And of course, it's the place that gives this beautiful hill its name. Some say that is the largest village, some say it is the smallest town in England. I'd say it's somewhere in between the two. And there are the views, folk, way out to the southwest, out into the Vale of White Horse, looking right out towards Whittingham Clumps and deep into the Thames Valley. In the distance, one can see, when the weather is clear from here, the eastern slopes of the Cotswold Hills. And the views there, folks, away to the southwest. In the distance there, you can see the White Horse Hills. And at the western edge of the White Horse Hill, barely visible in a late January haze, is White Horse Hill itself. From there, one can actually see, when the conditions allow, the Black Mountains in Wales. Now that is certainly some aspect. Ah, yes, folks, the beautiful Watlington Hill, here in the South Chiltern Trail in the county of Oxfordshire. Well worth the visit. Folks, enjoy the day.